Hello?
Hello, Mr. Johnny Boy.
Oh my goodness, it's CJCJ. And he's so much louder than Fruity. It's okay though, I can fix that. I think Fruity's just quiet and Danish.
I can move away slightly.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Don't you worry about it. Guys, is CJCJ okay volume for you, or is anything need changed? Here, say something.
Yo, hello, chat. How are we today?
I think it might be okay.
My name is CJCJ.
Yeah, it sounds okay. I think that should do just fine. Alright, I'll put on some of these replays. I should have thought of this earlier. Should have put on some like free replays while we're talking free. Oh well. You live and learn. Here's some OCE Rocket League while we talk to the man himself. We'll go in your perspective as well. Why not? So, anyone who doesn't know who CJCJ is by now, this is a man who's now qualified for his third straight RLCS. That's correct, right?
Yep, third straight now.
Third straight RLCS LAN. The first two. Wait, no. Tell me now. The first one you qualified was it the same teammates as the second one, or was it different teammates? I forget.
The first one it was me, Kami, and Kia, and then we kept Kami for the next season, and we picked up Jules.
You got Jules instead of Kia.
Yep.
But this is important because I need to explain that you've actually only carried on yourself. You're the only returning member from last season's Tainted Minds. With
Kami's on Chiefs now, but
Kami's on Chiefs and he re-qualified, but Jules joined a different team. So in OCE they don't have the 2-man rule that they have in Europe and America, where
they do. So
they do. But how did that work then?
We re-qualified through the open qualifiers.
Oh, you did?
Shady and Express. Yeah.
I did not know that. Oh, yeah. So you were willing to do that, to take that risk.
Yeah, it's not too much of a risk in OCE, but
whoa,
savage. We got there.
Wow, that's interesting, because I was wondering that when I saw you qualified with a completely different team, which is not something that people are doing very often. Doing well with brand new teammates. So, what happened in the off season? Do you want to share with anything that happened, or share with us anything that happened in the off season that led to just all disbanding?
Yeah, so basically we got back from Worlds. Everything was pretty good, but then Chiefs played in the Gfinity season, and they lost to Avant, who's a team they shouldn't really lose to. They're probably
I saw that.
Best in OCE. And I guess it was sort of like a final straw thing for sort of Torsos and stuff, who just thought that they could move on from Jake. They thought that Jake's mechanics weren't really up to scratch, and they just thought that if they got someone like Kami, who Torsos really likes, they're like best mates.
Okay.
They thought that they could just be this super team, that'd fix their only sort of hole, if you will. So I sort of found out probably a month after the World Champs, or a few weeks, that Kami was going to move to Chiefs. Found that out through Jake, because they sort of told Jake we're probably going to be picking up Kami. Mm-hmm. And so Jake approached me and Express, who was on Order, who they're the third best team, or Dark-Sided. And basically said, do you guys want to make a team to sort of take down Chiefs? Because Jake was sort of wanted this revenge story, I guess, if you will, because they didn't really want him. So we made this team. It was going really well. We were scrimming the new Chiefs. We were beating them in scrims. And then Jake sort of decided, hang on a minute, I've got university. I just can't really commit as much time, because me and Express wanted to scrim like every day, like all the time. And, doing replay analysis and stuff like that. And he just thought he'd let the team down if he stayed on the team. So he said, see you later, after like a week of playing.
That's unfortunate.
And so then me and Express went straight to Shady, who's Express's old teammate. And he was like the best option in terms of, how we wanted to play, like an aggressive play style. And the rest is history. We sort of started playing, and we weren't too good off the bat, but we sort of grinded out and had to change up those two play styles, because they came from a really defensive sort of structured team, and I'm pretty like hyper aggressive, pressure based. So I sort of drew myself back a bit and had to make them a little bit more aggressive as well, and we found something that really works.
Yeah, I saw a really nice, I think that was an own goal actually in this game. Fantastic aggressive play. I love it. Jokes aside, it did well. I mean, the standings don't lie. You guys beat Chiefs 3 times this season, qualified first seed. It's first time that the Chiefs haven't qualified as the first seed from OCE. That team qualified the previous 3 times now as the first seed. So first thing I want to know about them, because I want to get your perspective on the Chiefs, is why do you think they were able to stay number 1 team for so long in OCE with that lineup?
I think that one of the main things is that they were the longest standing roster in the world. So they literally knew like every situation, what each player was going to do. Jake was literally, I thought, the rock. Like, he was the strategist. He was the one like diving into replays, working out, play styles and how to best approach other teams and stuff like that. And I just thought, they had that rock, and that he let Torsos and Drupe just do whatever they wanted, sort of thing. And he'd always be that one back who's going to be able to, hold the ship, I suppose, and tighten it all up. And so I think that's why they were so good. They just had played together for so long. Everyone knew what everyone was doing, and they were very good mechanically compared to everyone else.
Right. So, and changing out Jake, you said that you thought he was the rock, the kind of the genius behind the team, doing all the replay analysis. Do you think that swapping him out was, maybe at least in the short term, like a downgrade, or they're gonna have to go through like a blip before they're gonna be back? Oh, that's a late equalizer. I like that. You're gonna be guessing what's
1 second ago.
So what do you think? Do you think they fell off, or was everybody else stepped up? What happened this season to the Chiefs because they didn't qualify first place with a new player county?
Well, stats-wise, they still had a better season. They went 20-4 in league play, and they went 20-5 last season without losing a game or series. Sorry. So they had a better season against everyone else, so they were still just as dominant. I think they were a little bit more inconsistent when they actually were pressured. I think we play sort of a really pressure-based play style where we test defense. We boost stuff, keep it in there, and that's where they sort of had some holes that we sort of exploited.
Right.
But I think that they're still a very good team. I think their ceiling's higher. It's just that they sort of made this super team as if it's like, a squishy Garrett, J-Nap sort of super team where they thought, if we're just the 3 best players, then what can go wrong sort of thing. But that sort of doesn't necessarily work as well.
Yeah, say hello to Vitality from Europe. Yeah, or actually, you won't be saying hello to them because they didn't make it to Vegas, but you can say hello to them in the future, maybe if you both make it to the same LAN.
So I sort of questioned, when they sort of formed, they said to Kami, because I was still obviously really good mates with him. I said, I don't know, you have this mentality that, you're just 3 good players. What happens when things aren't going well and sort of stuff? And he said, we just won't make mistakes because we're just good, sort of thing. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not sure that is the mentality, but we'll see what happens. So I think if they just sort of, take a step back and sort of sort out a few things, they can be really good. They can be the best team in the world.
Well, you actually preempted my next question. I was going to ask you how were you able to step up and beat such a dominant team in the past, or a team that was in the past so dominant? You've already explained that with pressure.
Yep.
Do you think that's going to work at the RLCS stage? First of all,
I think that our playstyle is really good for international teams. We see that our playstyle works the best against Chiefs, and I think when we play Chiefs, it is from my experience, it feels like an international standard sort of game. There's no other team we can play in OCE that really gives that same feeling that, you could just change their names for one of the European teams or one of the North American teams and you wouldn't notice anything different. But I think the way that we can pressure teams, and they're not expecting, us to be up in their faces, especially in a LAN environment as well, where you think people would be sitting back more. You saw Envy sort of play that play style, of just waiting for the other team to make a mistake, but we're up in there forcing mistakes. And the way we can sort of create big pass plays is something that I've never really played with before. And I think Yummy said on the desk that we are the teamiest team. So I've never
I love that word, by the way, the teamiest team.
Yeah, the way we just play with each other. We've got the most passes in the region stats wise and stuff like that. So we're all about the team play.
Good stuff. Well, I'm just changing a replay here. Give me a second. We're into game 2 now. Congrats on that win. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Comeback. But yeah, I wanted to talk about roster swaps with you. Do you think that roster swaps in OCE, like you said, you weren't too scared of that open bracket re-qualifying? Do you think that's what makes it more viable? Because in Europe, 6 teams made roster swaps going into the season. and all 6 of them finished in the bottom 6 of the standings. The 2 teams that stayed the same did the best. In America, top 2 teams were 2 teams that kept the same roster. Do you see that happening in OCE long term, or is this like roster swaps gonna continue until things finally work out on a world stage?
Yeah, I think obviously roster swaps are pretty, team based. Like they can work, they cannot work, and I think because OCE you don't have an RLRS, you can just make you can make league play based on whatever team you decide to make that season.
That's a good point, actually. RLCS kind of ruined that opportunity of a super team emerging in the other regions, funnily enough.
Yeah, it sort of encouraged the fact to move, because there's no downside of moving if you're going to be in the open qualifiers. Which was it's sort of a bad thing for a lot of teams. Like we got the team that came 4th this season who made the finals. They've disbanded, and I'm not sure why they would, because I thought they had a lot of potential.
Who was that? No, that wasn't Order.
SYF. Yeah, so that was Delusion. He was on Legacy last season, and a guy that was the Chiefs old sub and stuff like that. I thought they were pretty good. But they've disbanded. They want to find something new, find the best team, sort of thing. But I'm not sure if that is the best approach.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see.
It worked for us, but we'll see.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So that's that's a lot of background now on this season. Yeah. You guys did lose 1 game this season, and it was to Order, the forever 3rd place in regionals. Dumbo. I feel so bad for Dumbo finishing 3rd place. I think every single regionals ever.
Yeah. He's 4th in a row, I think. Yep.
That's unbelievable. And some of them were so close as well, like game 7 or the last game. But yeah, you guys made it back in again. We're getting some consistency from OCE, which is always a good thing. And looking at these games right now, they're nothing like the OCE games of old. Anyone remembers back when OCE were first emerging onto the scene and included in RLCS for the first time, there were whiffs all over the place. Like there were a lot of missed balls, but that doesn't happen anymore. You guys have taken a lot from international competition and boot camping for international competition. And what with that in mind, what are you guys looking forward to most about this? What a save that was! About this this upcoming LAN. Like, who are you looking forward to playing against and practicing against the most?
This is obviously my 3rd time. Express went season 3, but it's also Shady's 1st time. So we're just going to make it as fun and most enjoyable possible experience for Shady. But yeah, we're not just going to go over to just have fun. I think the way we can play, that we can really, if we just play our play style, we're going to play with no regrets if we win or lose. But as long as we play our way, then we've got nothing to be ashamed of. So I'm really looking forward to playing Dignitas if we get a chance, if we can beat EG. I mean, there's nothing better than playing the best team in the world in the the biggest stage in the world.
Is that how the bracket works out? You guys run into Dignitas if you win?
Yeah, that's the first seed always plays number 1 seed EU if you win the first game. So yeah, we'll play Dig if we beat EG.
Oh, so they do. How does that work now? Why do EU? Oh, I suppose it's because they want to put you against the American team first. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay. Yeah, I was a bit confused there for a second, but no, that's right. I wanted to ask you not just about you guys at LAN, but also do you think this is the first season that OCE wins both of their first 2 games, or that could win both their first 2 games with you guys over EG and Chiefs over PSG?
I think that this could be the season. I mean, if we both play our own play styles, I mean, I think that we've definitely. I think Chiefs might be a 5-gamer. They might just come out and just 3-0 them. I still think that they've got the potential to literally be the best team in the world. 3 amazing players. They just need to. They need to just get a little bit more. I wouldn't say structure, a little bit more down to earth and respecting of other players and respecting of their own play style, and the fact that they can't just do whatever they want on the field. They've got to actually, work for it and respect the players. And if they start doing that, they'll just be awesome. So I think we definitely haven't seen the best of the Chiefs yet.
That's cool to hear such high praise for your number 1 regional competition. It's very It's good to see the OCE camaraderie here. I can't think if there was anything else that I was meaning to ask you related to, well, I scripted questions, but I was going to throw this one to chat since you were waiting when I was interviewing Fruity, obviously. Didn't want to throw it to Twitch chat in case they ask a bajillion questions, but Twitch chat. CJ just woke up. He's not off to bed, so what do you want to ask this man. I mean, I think most people want to know what is there going to be a car walkout this season? That's got to be top of everybody's list of questions.
Yeah, I don't have an idea yet for my walkout, but I didn't have one this time last season either, so I'm more of in the moment. I found it out when I was boot camping. Someone suggested it while I was streaming, so I've got a few ideas, but nothing's really gone, wow, that's actually awesome, like when someone suggested a toddler car last season. So we'll see what happens. We'll make something happen for sure. I hope that the other teams have a good walkout and step up their game this season.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Be good fun. Bit of personality.
Wait a minute, what was this touch by Drippe? Hold on a second. Did he just score with no boost? He did indeed score. Wait, no, he has boost.
Yeah, I think
what is this? This is fantastically. What?
Yeah, that's true.
Why would you dodge here? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this? I'm sure that you could absolutely drill this one top corner past any goalkeeper if he just doesn't dodge here.
Express might have had it, you never know.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think he could have just boomed this. Never mind the early dodge into whatever that is. I thought he must be out of boost, but no, he's got tons of boost. What was he thinking? I love it. It did work. I can't really take that away from him.
Any goals, 10 out of 10.
True. Somebody says why OCE players have less flashy cars. At least it seems like it.
I don't know. I tried even yesterday to change my car. I saw K-Dop streaming. He's got that full red car. And I was like, that looks sick. And then I tried, and I'm just looking at it the whole time, and it just distracts
that's a good
me.
point.
And so as much as I can blend into the rest of the field and stuff, and I can just use I don't know, muscle memory, stuff like that. So go up with no boost, no deal.
Yeah. Someone else asking, or it's Fox Phoenix says, which team do you feel has the greatest potential to give you problems?
Just at the Worlds or
OCE? Oh, I imagine. I imagine the Worlds. I mean,
well, apart from obviously Dignitas.
What about American teams? You said Dignitas overall. It's like team you're most looking forward to playing against. Which American team maybe?
Probably, I think, no, not G2. I would say NRG or Cloud9. Just someone that, because they have that sort of rock down back that might, I don't know, be an issue for us. Because Chiefs sort of play that 3-man sort of, rotating. No one's really deep sort of thing, which Dignitas play as well. They got that 3-man rotation. So maybe NRG, because they love to, get on the aggression as well. They be aggressive, which might just conflict with us, and we're both trying to, pressure the other team. It might just turn into a bit of a crap heap. But I'm not really sure. We'll find out when we scrim them. I don't really know who's going to give us trouble, because I've got this play style. I'm really confident it's going to work well internationally. Right, yeah. So we leave, Sunday to Vegas. And
I was actually going to ask you that. Sunday you leave, which is, what day is that? That's the 28th. That's a good bit of prep time. Are the Chiefs already out there, do you know?
Yeah, the Chiefs left yesterday, Thursday.
And you guys go back in time when you go there, because you fly over the date line, so you take off and then you wake up yesterday. Yeah. It's great.
So you wake up the same day. We'll leave at midday on Sunday, and we'll arrive in Vegas at 10 a.m.
10 in the morning, the same day.
The same day.
Oh, how weird. That doesn't make any sense. I actually got so spooked because I was looking up flights, because Yummy Cheese Man, obviously not going to LAN, or at least not going as a caster. So I looked immediately, as soon as I saw that, I looked up flights, and I was like, all right, how expensive is it from Sydney to Vegas? And there was no a little +1. You know when you're looking at a flight and it lands the day after it takes off, there's a +1 next to the time. I was thinking, why is there no +1 here? That's a really long flight. There should definitely be a +1 next to that. I wanted to make sure I'm getting the flight to land on the correct day, of course. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's the date line. You guys are flying back in time. It's madness. Yep. But the way back's really weird, because you lose 2 days. You take off, you land 2 days later.
Going back just messes you up. You're out of whack for 2 weeks. But
yeah,
that's all right.
It's the same back to Europe. We only lose 1 day.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Luckily, going there, I don't think it'll be too bad though.
Return. Yeah,
no, it's not bad. I mean, it's I got a £628 return. I found one of those, so. Ooh. That's what I've gone for in the stream. We're actually at 52%. I love it. So we need to get the Cheese Man to land. I wanted to ask you actually, because you obviously know Yummy Cheese Man quite well. You guys are both Australian. So tell us, why should people donate to send Yummy to LAN? Obviously, he can't go himself, and we're trying to help him go as a fan. We're not going to buy his visa or anything. Can't get that in time. Yeah, convince people.
Well, I mean, if anyone saw Landon last year, Yummy was the hype man. He was running around, doing laps of the arena, starting the Chiefs chant, starting that Viking clap, starting the Dignitas chant. He literally started every chant you can imagine. He was doing shoeies in the crowd. He was absolutely drunk.
He did actually do a shoey in the crowd. That was not a good idea. But
yeah,
as a silent representative, I love that.
If so Yummy goes, like Yummy was pretty much drunk while he was working. So just imagine Yummy Cheeseman. Just imagine Yummy Cheeseman as a supporter. How blind he's going to be after day one.
Yeah, he's going to be there as a fan. He's just going to be there in Team 104 doing shoeies.
Yeah,
like,
he's going to be just off his face for the whole weekend. So get him there. It'll be so funny. He'll probably be topless by day 2. So just do anything to get in there, please.
Yeah, I've got space. I've got a spare bed in my hotel room. So I was like, Yummy, do I have your permission to crowdfund you a flight, mate? Are you willing to stay in my room? And he's like, yes. So we're doing it.
Yes. Get in there.
Besides that, I did want to say, like, thanks for getting up nice and early to chat to us. Looking forward to seeing the OCE performance at LAN once again. Looking forward to seeing you guys perform. The new #1 seed from OCE. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, we're making the grand final according to you. So
yeah, oh, you did see that.
Yeah, I did see that.
Super serious predictions only. No memes whatsoever. Really, really important to keep your predictions as serious as possible. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so you guys can find CJ on CJCJ_RL on Twitter, right?
Yeah, on everything. Yeah.
And you do stream on Twitch pretty regularly, right?
Yeah, I try to stream most days, but I've had a bit of a break the past month just to focus on competitive and streaming and stuff. But I'll definitely be streaming over in Vegas from the boot camp area.
Oh, fantastic!
And
so yeah, look out for
showing how bad North America ranked is.
Especially US West. Oh my goodness, US West is even worse than US East. But listen, thanks again for chatting to us. We're just going to finish watching this apparent 7-1. I didn't know.
Yeah, definitely watch this game.
So we'll watch out the rest of this game. And yeah, see you in... Well, actually, I'll see you much later. I'm not flying out to the 8th. So I'll see you in a couple of weeks, mate.
Alrighty, I'll see you there. See you in Vegas. Yeah, everyone cheer on Tatum Mines. We're here to stay this time. We'll see what happens.
All right, I'll see you later, CJ. Thanks for chatting.
See you later.
So that was Tainted Minds, CJCJ. Sure, drop him a follow on Twitter. Give him a follow on Twitch as well. I think his Twitch will probably be linked on his Twitter, if with any luck. Yeah, he's going to be streaming some bootcamp games, which sounds pretty exciting. I think you should definitely give him a follow.